620 mile range. Wow. That's good. That's a cool car. I bet you it's hella expensive. 350,000.
Yes.
Ooh. Good morning. Hi, everybody. Let's see who's here. Can see anybody. Going to close the shutters. Good morning. Hi. Just checking we've got a good view. Good morning. If anyone's joining. Just going to check on my phone to see anybody's messaging me. I'll be back. I'll take note of the minutes on there when I change it over. Good morning. See who's in. Morning, Jane. Morning, Rosemary. Just let everyone know I'm live. So just wait another couple of minutes for folks to hop on, get themselves ready. So yoga this morning. How can I open live chat? Really? Okay, good morning, Sarah. I can say something. I've just been realizing I can do a live chat here. Good morning. So good morning, Irina. Hope you all had a lovely weekend. Today we need our blocks and a strap if you use a strap. We are going to be focusing on twisting today. Good morning, Sue. So it's Monday. The date is the 18th of May. So we're going to wait another 2 minutes, 2 more minutes, and then we'll get started. So make sure you have everything you need. Blocks and strap. We're twisting today. Going to work on twisting into the torso, to the spine. Going to massage all of those internal organs and work on improving our digestive system by twisting into the stomach area. So that's what twisting really does. It's really super for that. For those of you that are part of Susie Harrison's Salad Club, it's Salad Club this week. So focusing the next 5 days on eating really healthy, clean foods, lots of lovely fruit and veg. So making sure, that we maintain a nice healthy lifestyle during our lockdown. So doing the work on the mat And then doing the work in the kitchen. Also making sure you drink lots of water, a good couple of litres a day minimum. Really important. So we have 6 people. I'll wait till 5 past and then we will begin. 7. I think since I've put stuff on the live stream and things are now available anytime, maybe a slight drop in numbers of people turning up for the actual live because they can maybe stay in bed or do other things, but maybe it's just more convenient for folks to do it at a different time, which is cool. So let's get ourselves kind of ready. We're going to start in Sukhasana, cross-legged seated position. So I'm going to wait just until it hits 9:05. So coming to your comfortable seat. So for some, that needs a block under the bottom. But take the shins parallel to each other. And then consciously growing that spine and stacking that spine tall. So imagine the crown of your head is centered over the middle of your pelvis. Taking the chin slightly towards the chest, feel the length in the back of the neck. And then bringing the hands onto the knees, palms facing up, and bringing the pointer finger and thumb together. This signifies universal and individual consciousness joined together. So closing the eyes, bringing ourselves into our space, into the moment, which is now. So truly arriving into this moment onto your mat. Just notice the connection with your body to the floor. And start to take the focus and attention inwards. So starting to dial down any sounds outside of the room. Keeping thoughts onto the very periphery of your consciousness, your awareness. So taking that focus and attention inwards and really looking at the breath. Noticing the breath, feeling the sensations, the simple sensations of the breath. Really noticing them as you breathe in, feel the breath enter through the nose. Maybe feeling the chest cage widen, the belly rise as you breathe in. Taking that little pause at the top of the breath and then letting the breath go, softening the body, softening the belly, releasing your breath. So slowing down the pace of the breath, so making the breath a little bit longer, deeper, slower. Maybe introducing a little ujjayi sound, so swirling the breath, energizing the breath in the back of the throat. Making the pace nice and even and steady, so even breath in, even breath out. So if you're counting a breath in for 4, breathe out for 4. In your own time, in your own rhythm. Maybe feeling as if the whole body is breathing. Maybe take your focus and attention to the place where you really notice the sensation of the breath most. Maybe feel it most at the nose, maybe at the throat, maybe at the belly. But feel as though your breath is extending to every part of your body. Feel as though the whole body is filling with new, fresh breath new fresh prana, new fresh energy. On your next exhalation, beginning to engage your Mula Bandha. So start to squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Activating there. Very base core of our core muscles. And then drawing in navel to spine. Uddiyana Bandha. Working with these two energy locks together for as much of the practice as possible. Holding the energy effectively within the body. That's because the energy lock, that's what the bandha means, energy lock. But also really helping to support the base of the body, forming a strong base, supporting the lower back, stabilizing, balancing the body. And now, before we begin our practice, our moving meditation, synchronizing our breath with our movements, let's set ourselves a positive intention, something that resonates with you, whether that be for your practice, for your day, for your life in general, for your week. Find that intention that works for you. And say that to yourselves quietly, silently, to your inner mind's eye. I am, and then fill in your intention. And repeat that 3 times. Slowly opening up the eyes, releasing the hands from the knees. Taking a nice deep breath in, we're going to twist gently over to your right. So taking your left hand arm across your right leg and then sending your gaze, your drishti, over your right shoulder. Light touch behind you with your right fingertips. Focus on really drawing navel to spine, really helping you with that twist. Big breath into center, then exhale, taking your twist over to the left. So really feel your spine growing tall. Feel as though somebody's pulling you from the crown of the head up to the sky. One nice deep breath in to bring you back to center. Bringing the knees together. Rolling over onto all fours. Taking our cat-cow position from our tabletop, Bidalasana. So stacking the hips over the knees hip distance apart. Have the feet really pressing into your mat. Have your hands underneath your shoulders, your middle fingers pointing to the top of your mat. So you're spinning the inner creases of the arms forwards, opening up the chest. Scoop that belly up towards the spine, engage Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor. Taking a nice breath in, we're going to tilt the tailbone up to the sky and the chest and the head engage. Exhale as you tuck the tailbone under, arch the back up to the sky, drop chin to chest. Big breath in, into your cow. Exhale, into your cat. Really push into the floor with the hands. Big breath in, really arch the back. The other way. Then exhale, tuck the tailbone under, squeeze and lift navel to spine, actively chin to chest. Big breath in, one more of each. Exhale. Then coming into that neutral spine. Threading the needle now to breathing in with that right hand, reaching it up to the sky, look up. Then threading the right hand under the left, placing yourself onto the right shoulder, onto your right temple. Now keeping yourself nice and steady, couple of options. You can really reach that left hand forwards so that you're creating a kind of a 90-degree angle with the arms. And you can hold it here. Another option, reaching the arm up to the sky and then binding the arm behind the back, reaching for your right thigh. Option number 3, really focusing now on your core strength and stability. Going to reach and extend the left leg away, reaching for the left foot with the left hand. Squeeze and lift into the belly, really stabilize into the core. Then release the foot down if you've taken the bind, bring the knee back down. Reaching the left arm forwards just for a moment. And then bringing that left hand in, press actively into that left hand to come back to all fours. Switching over to the other side. Big breath in, reaching up, taking your twist, looking up to your top hand. Then exhale, threading the needle underneath the right. So stretching that left hand out as far as you can. Turn the palm of the hand up. Options. Reaching the right hand forward, forming that 90-degree angle with the arms. So checking you're nice and stable on that shoulder, on the side of the head. Second option, reaching up to the sky with the right arm and then binding the arm behind the back, twisting into the chest, opening the chest to the side, looking up to the sky. Other option is to extend the right leg away. Make sure you're nice and strong and stable into the core to reach for the right foot with the right hand or the ankle. Hold it here. Another 2 breaths in and out. Slowly releasing the leg back down. If you've taken the bind option, just reaching the right arm forwards for a while. Drop that right knee back down. Drawing the right hand in towards you so you can press into it actively to come back to all fours. From here, we're going to take our first Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. But first, we're going to just hover the knees off the mat. So tucking the toes. Let's hover the knees a couple of inches off the mat. Squeeze and lift into the core. Big breath in. Starting to lift the tailbone up to the sky. Extending the legs. Starting to walk out your dog. Ooh, starting to pedal the legs. Might hear some clicks, some cracks in the ankles, in the knees, waking up all of the joints. So keeping the hands very active, so spread the fingers wide. Allow the crown of the head to extend down towards the mat, drawing your chin towards your chest. Then taking a few spins from side to side, so keeping the arms and the upper body really static. You're going to roll over the balls of the feet, side to side. Feeling a lovely stretch and twist all down the side body, down through the obliques, all the way to the hips. Coming back to center, up onto tippy toes. So coming up to the tips of the toes as high as you can. And then lowering the heels down towards the mat. From here, stepping your feet a little bit closer and wider than your mat. So closer to your hands, wider than the mat. Taking a nice breath in, sending your left hand to the outside of the right foot and send your gaze underneath your right armpit. Keep the breath nice and steady and even. Inhale back with that left hand, right hand across to the left. Looking under the left armpit this time. Just feeling a deeper stretch down the hamstrings.
Breath into center. Send the feet back to your downward facing dog. And then you're going to step your right foot out to the side, and you're going to drop onto the inside of your left foot. So you're on the edges of the feet, the outside of your right and the inside of your left, taking fallen star. So looking up to the top hand. One more deep breath in, placing the left hand down, bring that right foot in, take the left foot across, and then dropping down on the inside of your right foot and the outside of your left, looking up, really squeeze and lift into the hips, look into your top hand with your drishti. Two more breaths, in and out. Looking down to your left hand, drop the right hand down to the mat, step the left foot back. From here, walking your feet nice and slowly to the top of the mat. Take a little ragdoll, so clasping opposite elbows, swaying side to side. Nod the head yes. Shake the head no. Now bending into the knees if you feel that feels better for you at this moment. You can have the belly land onto the thighs. And then slowly curling up to standing. So really squeeze into the thighs, rolling up nice and slowly from the base of the vertebra to the top of the head. Head landing last as you stack the spine nice and tall. Bringing the feet together at the top of your mat. We're going to reach the arms to the sky and take a little twist to the side, a little curve to the side. So I'd like you to reach your right arm up to the sky. You're going to encircle the wrist with the pointer finger and thumb. Imagine you're pulling and stretching that right arm almost out of the shoulder socket. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, start to tip over to the left. So keeping yourself completely upright in that plane, but you're just reaching over to the side. So the body's not sending itself forwards or backwards. You're just staying in a side angle. One big breath in to center, then circle the left wrist with the right pointer finger and thumb. Reach, extend, inhale. Exhale over to the side. Feel that lovely stretch down the left side body. Contraction in the right. Breathing into center. Let's do one more of each side. So big breath in, reach the right arm up, and then we're tilting over to the left. Squeeze the legs together. Big breath into center. Last one, right side. Big breath in, reaching the left arm up and over to the right. So keeping the arms by the ears. Two more breaths. Inhale, center, well done. Coming to stand at the top of your mat in Tadasana, mountain pose. We're going to take 3 rounds of classical Surya Namaskar. So hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Arms by your side, Tadasana, mountain pose. Big breath in, Urdhva Hastasana. Look up to your thumbs, reaching up. Exhale, deeply fold into your Uttanasana. Plant the hands. Drop the head. Inhale, halfway lift, so hands to shins or fingertips gaze forwards, flat back. Then planting the hands to the mat. Step back, exhaling. So step back with the right foot and release the back toes. Big breath in, coming into that low lunge, looking up to your thumbs. Exhale, plant the hands down. Inhale, step into plank with that left foot going back. Exhale as you take your knees down, chest, and then chin. Then inhale, coming into a little upward facing dog, a mini cobra. Then through Vinyasa, exhale. So tabletop, then tuck the toes down, downward facing dog, exhaling. So coming through that tabletop as a transition. Taking a nice big breath in, stepping the right foot forwards between the hands, drop the back knee. Breath in as you take the low lunge on this other side, looking up to your hands. Exhale, frame the front foot. Inhaling, stepping through the left foot forwards into Ardha Uttanasana, so half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands through center, reaching all the way back up to Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands back by the sides into Tadasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhaling, plant the hands, step the right foot back. Drop down. Inhale, really sink into those hips, looking up to Anjanasana. Exhale, plant the front hands. Inhale, step the left foot back into plank. Exhaling, knees, chest, chin. Inhale into that Salambasana, which is a mini cobra. Exhale through Vinyasa, tabletop, through to downward facing dog. Taking a breath in, stepping the right foot forwards, drop the back knee. Breath in for your low crescent lunge, looking up, Anjanasana. Exhale, frame the front foot. Stepping the left foot forwards, inhaling into halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, taking the hands through center, reaching all the way up Urdhva Hastasana. Back to Samastitihi, hands to heart, then mountain pose, Tadasana. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, deeply hinging from the hip creases, folding over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze forwards, flat back. Exhale, stepping the right foot back, drop the back knee. Sink into the hips. Inhale, Anjanasana. Exhale, frame the front foot. Stepping the left foot back, inhaling into plank. Drop the knees. Ashtanga Pranam, which is your knees, chest, chin. Inhale, Salambasana, looking up. Exhale through Vinyasa, tabletop to downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping the right foot forward, drop the back knee. Then breath in again as you take your low crescent lunge, looking up, Anjanasana. Exhale, frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, step the left foot forwards into a half lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, hands through center all the way to the top. Urdhva Hastasana. Take a little micro back bend. Hips forward, arms back, then hands through center, Samastitihi. Hold it here. Hands back by the sides. Taking a nice deep breath in. Into chair, Utkatasana. So hips slide back in space. Reaching the arms up to the sky, hands together or arms apart. Scoop and lift into the belly. We're going to hold it here for 5 breaths. You can bring the feet a little bit closer together if it feels more stable. Squeezing the thighs and glutes. Big breath in, hands to heart center. Then taking Parivrita Utkatasana. So hooking the left elbow across the right knee. Stack the hands on top of each other. And turn around and face you so you can see. So my feet are together, my legs are not going to twist, my knees are going to stay level. Stacking the hands one on top of the other, looking over your right shoulder. Squeeze into those thighs and glutes. Into Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Then opening your wings wide, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, looking up to your top hand. Two more breaths. Big breath into center, hands to heart center. Then exhale, hooking the right elbow across the left knee. Stack those hands on top of each other. Squeeze and lift into the belly. Squeeze the thighs, glutes. Stable legs. Twist is happening in the torso. Open the arms if that's available to you. 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Looking up to your top hand if that's available. 3 more breaths. Nice and steady and strong. Big breath into center. Then reaching up all the way to the sky, back to little Urdhva Hastasana. Little micro back bend, hips forwards, looking up to your hands. Hands to Samasthiti. Back to your mountain pose at the top of your mat. As we take our next round of sun salutations. We're going to do sun salutation B. So Utkatasana, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, scoop the belly, lift the gaze, plant the hands, choosing to step or jump into your plank. Exhale through Chaturanga or knees, chest, shin, your choice. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, a full upward facing dog, or stick with your lower version, Cobra. Exhale, driving the hips back into downward facing dog. Big breath in, right leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Then bending that knee, twisting into the hips. So as if you're trying to kick your left buttock with the right heel, looking under your left armpit. Inhale to center. So back to 3-legged dog. Come onto the tippy toes of the left foot, weight comes forwards. Bring your right knee into your chest, hold. Take your nose to your knee. Then step that right foot forwards, drop the back heel. Big breath in, into warrior one. Bring the palms of the hands together if you can, or you can have the arms shoulder width apart, your choice. Hips face forwards, bending into that front right leg, looking up to your hands. Hold it here for another 2 breaths. Big breath in, reaching forwards, frame the front foot. Tuck the back toe, send the right foot back into plank. Big breath in, then exhale, lower. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, full upward facing dog, or sticking with your Cobra, your choice. Exhale, driving the hips back into downward facing dog. Breath in as the left leg goes towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Then bending the knee, kicking the heel towards the right buttock, opening the hips to the left, looking under your right armpit. Breath into center, 3-legged dog. Come onto the tippy toes of the right foot. Bring that left knee in towards your chest. Touch your nose with your knee if you can. Stepping the left foot forwards, drop the back heel. Big breath in. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana, left side. Look up to your hands, look up to your thumbs. Generous bend in that front knee. Hips forwards. Big breath in, reach forwards, frame the front foot. Stepping the left foot back. Take your choice to lower, exhaling. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, exhale. Hold here, 2 breaths. On your next breath in, a little bend in the knees, look forwards. Exhale to step or jump lightly to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, deeply forward fold. Drop the head towards the legs. Inhale, chair. Bending the knees, sweep the arms forwards and up. Follow the hands with your gaze. Root to rise, inhale, bow, arms back down by your sides, Tadasana. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step or jump back into plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drive the hips back. Big breath in, which is going to kick the right leg towards the sky, then stepping it between the hands, taking Chandrasana, so on the ball of the back foot. Breath in as you reach the arms up. Really squeeze into the glutes and thighs because this is a little bit of a balance. Big breath in. Frame the front foot, exhale. Step the foot back, inhale. Then exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg lifts to the sky, breathing in. Step it forwards between the hands. Stay on the ball of the back foot as you breathe in. Come into your Chandrasana, left side, looking up. Big breath in, frame the front foot. Step the front foot back into plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, open the chest, look up. Exhale, drive the hips back. Pull that navel into spine as you transition into your downward facing dog. On your next breath in, bend the knees, look forwards. Exhale, step or jump lightly to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, chair. Then root to rise, inhale. Arms back by your sides. Taking your blocks now and checking you have your blocks ready at the top of your mat. If you don't have blocks, don't worry. It's possible to do the half moon without a block, so no problem. Taking our last sun cell B. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold deeply. Plant the hands, head to chin, head towards the legs, chin to chest. Breath in, halfway lift, gaze forward, scoop the belly, flat back. Plant the hands, step or jump back into plank. Exhale, lower your choice, hover above the mat if you're taking chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, the legs float off the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a nice big breath in, stepping and kicking that right leg to the sky first, and then stepping it forwards between the hands, coming into Chandrasana on the right side. Now watching your transition, we're going to go from Chandrasana. We're going to bring the weight forwards into that right foot. Take your right hand to your block. That's to the right of your mat, or taking the hand to the floor. We're going to lift that left leg and take a half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. So we're twisting and opening the chest to the left. Another 3 breaths here. Hold. Open the chest a little bit more. Look up with your gaze to your top hand. Big breath in. Slowly with control, coming back into your Chandrasana. Frame the front foot. Inhale. Step the right foot back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Keep the legs off the mat if you can. Exhale, pull that navel to spine. Drive the hips back. It's like somebody's taking you from the tailbone and pulling your tailbone back. Breath in, floating the left leg towards the sky. Then stepping it forwards between the hands with control. Breath in as you come into your Chandrasana. You're on your left side. Look up to your hands. Transitioning into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. So weight comes forwards into that left leg, placing your left hand on the block or onto the floor. Opening up the chest to the right, lifting the right arm up to the sky. Looking up to your top hand if you can. Taking a nice big breath in. Look down to your front foot, a little bend in that front leg to lower the right foot back down with control. Back into your Chandrasana. Looking up. Big breath in, frame the front foot. Plant the hands firmly. Step the left foot back into plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Resetting your downward facing dog. Take that chin to the chest, drishti to navel. Let's all take a nice deep full breath in. Really fill the whole body with breath. Open the mouth and sigh the breath out. 2 more. Inhale. Fill the lungs. Open the mouth and sigh the breath out. Last one, sticking the tongue out too for lion's breath. Inhale. And sigh the breath out with the tongue. On your next breath in, a little bend in the knees. Look to the top of the mat. Exhale to step or jump lightly to the top. Breath in, halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale. And then taking that last chair, Utkatasana. Then inhale to rise. Arms down by your sides. Taking a big step out to the left with your left foot. Taking a really wide stance, feet parallel, outer edges of the feet parallel with each other. Hands to hips. Big breath in, lift and lengthen. Exhale, hinging from the hip creases, folding forwards towards the floor. Taking the arms out to the side, arms reach wide. Left hand comes to either the floor and then opening up, arms 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Or if you want to take the twist a little bit more, taking the left hand across to the outer right foot. But you can press into the earth with the left hand in the center if that's where you want to go today. Or if you don't have the flex in the legs today, press into your block. But really twisting the chest and opening the chest to the right. So the idea isn't that you lean too far forwards. The body is kind of in a flat back position. So we have lift and twist. Big breath into center. So choosing your option to press the right hand to the center, lifting the left arm to the sky, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock arms, pressing into your block. Or taking the right hand across to the outside of the left foot. Keep the chest lifted and open to the left, looking up to your top hand. 2 more breaths. Keep that belly scooped up towards the spine. Inhale to center. Taking the hands to the hips, bend in the knees, just heel toe the feet a little closer, then coming up to standing. Facing the top of your mat, coming into eagle. 2 options. Standing leg, right leg. Going to use a little drishti spot on the floor on your mat for your gaze. Going to take your left foot across the right, above the right knee. Flex the left foot, hands to heart center. Big breath in. Then exhale, sinking and bending into your standing leg. Keeping the chest lifted. Then nice big breath in, standing up, release your foot down, and then over to the other side. Standing foot, left side, really root that foot into the earth. Use the big toe, the mound of the big toe, taking the right foot across and above the left knee. Flex that right foot. Knee comes out to the side, hands to heart center again. Keep your gaze fixed on that drishti spot. Keeping the chest lifted, sinking into the hips. Two more deep breaths in and out. Big breath in, release, and send that foot down back to mountain pose. Noticing the body in your mountain pose strong, rooting the feet to the earth, Squeezing and lifting into your Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. So our next standing pose, Parivrita Uttita Hasta Padangusthasana. So taking your strap to your foot if you use a strap. So that's option. So what we're doing, I'll show you first. Option 1 is to have the left hand across to the outside of the right knee. Then you twist the torso, looking behind you, sending your right arm back. So that's option 1. Option 2 is you take your strap round your big toe and extend and do the same thing, but lengthen the leg, straighten the leg as much as you can. If it stays bent, that's fine. Option 3 is to hook the peace fingers around the right toe with the left hand. So taking your right hand to your hip, choosing your bind of your foot, the knee or the strap, taking your pose now. So extend and lengthen the leg as much as you can. Opening the chest to the side, reaching back. Using that strong standing leg, pushing into the big mound of the left toe, big toe. Squeeze and lift into those bandhas. Hold it here, another 2 breaths. And slowly release the foot down with control. Give your legs a little shake. Over to the other side. So taking the knee bent option, the leg extended or bent a little bit with the strap or holding the toe. So rooting that foot, standing leg strong, really engage that thigh, the glute, hips squeeze towards each other, and lifting into the bandhas really gives you support into the torso. So moving nice and slowly, don't rush. Reaching the left hand behind. Hold it another 3 breaths. And slowly release. Well done. Whew, that's a really strong pose. Coming to stand at the top of your mat for a little vinyasa down to the floor. Taking a nice deep breath in. I'm going to reach the arms wide this time, looking up to the hands, Urdhva. Exhale, take those arms wide, swan dive down over the legs into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step or jump the feet back. Exhale through Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, your choice. Inhale, upward facing dog. We're just resetting the body, left side, right side together. Exhale, driving the hips back into downward facing dog. On your next breath in, a little bend in the knees, and then we're going to step or jump the feet up to the hands and stay there. So coming into a little yogi squat. Taking a little yogi squat. So first, play with it. See how you feel. Maybe you need to stand up and then drop down. You maybe want to do that a few times. Inhale, sink down, keeping the heels down if you can. But if you need to lift the heels, then you can lift the heels. And also positioning of the feet. We're all set differently. So if you have problems with the knees, maybe lifting the heels makes it a little bit easier. Taking the elbows to the inner knees, maybe opening the hips a little bit. Just play with that yogi squat. Maybe see how you feel now if you're with the heels lifted, taking the feet a little bit further apart. Just work into those spaces. Taking a little twist. So left hand across to the right knee, reaching the right arm up to the sky. And then left hand across to the outer right, left foot, reaching the left arm up to the sky. Working into all of those spaces, into the hips. Taking a little side crow, cheeky side crow. We tried this, I think, last week or the week before. So bringing your feet a bit closer together. So we're on our haunches. We're going to start by going over to the right. So what we do is we take our hands to the right. Hands are parallel with each other. Spread the fingers wide so your hands become your support. Taking your right elbow into the right hip, and the left elbow is going to go into the lower right thigh. So we're tilting to the side, squeeze the legs together, squeeze into the belly, into the core, and just lift those little feet off for a second. Have another go. So really squeeze into the side. And over to the left. So twisting to the left. So really twisting the torso to the side. Feet together, legs together, knees together. Have the hands shoulder distance apart. Spread the fingers wide. Sending that elbow into the hip and the other elbow into the side leg. Just lift the feet for a second. Feel the balance point and then have another go. Squeeze into the belly. And then coming back up. Well done. So that was a little side crow. Dropping onto the knees. Taking a little child's pose. So you're really squeezed deeply in there. Just catch your breath now. Forehead to the earth. Rolling the shoulders towards the mat. Open up between that space between the shoulder blades. Palms facing up. Let's just take another 3 deep breaths here. Big breath in. Coming up to your hero's pose. So sitting on the heels. And then we're going to drop the buttocks to the right of the heels. So the heels are to the left. And then taking a little seated twist. So you're reaching your chest to the left, looking over your left shoulder. Taking your right hand to the upper left shin and the left hand onto the left foot. Grow the spine nice and tall, so sit nice and tall. Nice straight spine. And then send your drishti over to your left shoulder. So really twisting here. Trying to stay as upright as you can. Big breath into center, look forwards. Use your hands to lift the hips off, buttocks off the floor, and drop them to the left of the feet. So now your feet are to the right. Nice tall spine. So left hand onto that right shin, right hand onto the right foot. Sitting tall, looking over your right shoulder. Squeeze and lift into the bandhas here. So really working with twisting into the core. Big breath into center. Extend the legs out front. Into your Dandasana staff pose. Hands either side of the buttocks. Drop the chin to the chest. Grow the spine tall. Elongate the spine. Imagine you're pushing your back against the wall. Really scoop the belly up and in. Lift into your pelvic floor region. Squeeze into the thighs, close the eyes if you feel you need to do that to focus. Drop the chin towards the chest now, Jalandhara Bandha. Working with all 3 bandhas, Mahabandha, for another 5 breaths. 2 more. Nice, strong in and out. Then folding in the left foot. So if you're about to take a cross-legged position, but taking the right foot across the left leg. Taking a twist, another twist now, over to your right. Binding the right hand behind the back. So take that behind your back towards the left thigh. So hooking the left elbow across the right knee. Drishti to the far right. Squeeze into the belly. Every exhale, see if you can twist a little bit more. 2 more breaths. Inhale, center. Switch the legs. Right leg underneath, foot comes in, and left foot across. Hooking the arm around the knee, or taking across. Then taking the left hand behind you, and binding, reaching for the left hip or left thigh. Straight and tall spine. Squeeze and lift into those bandhas. Drishti far left. Two more breaths. Inhale, center. Now we're going to extend the left leg and bring the right foot across. I'm going to take another twist. This one a little bit stronger. So bringing the right hand behind, left arm goes across the outer right knee. So bringing the hand up, sending the left hand behind, really squeeze into that left leg. Left foot is really flexed towards you, so it's an active left leg. Two more breaths. Inhale, center, switch sides. Extend the right leg. Take the left foot across. Hug that knee in, the left knee in. And then bring the arm across, the right arm across the outer left knee. Really activate the right leg. The right foot is flexed. Sending your left hand can be onto the floor if you need it, but if possible, use the strength in the torso to stay upright and twist without leaning into the left hand. So wrapping that left hand behind you if you can. Drishti to the far left. Two more deep breaths. Big inhale to center. Back to our Dandasana. Then we're going to take a little grasshopper, baby grasshopper. So just resetting the spine nice and tall. I'm going to now turn myself around to the side. So we're going to bring our left foot across the right foot. We're going to twist ourselves. We've been doing our twisting now, so it should be nice and free in the body. You're going to face towards the right. Now have your right hand onto the floor, and you're going to reach your left hand to the outer right foot. Now if you can't reach the foot, take a strap and hold the foot with a strap and lift that right leg off the mat. So from here, holding the foot or the strap, stay where you are. You're going to push into that left foot and into the right hand. So these are going to become your points of contact with the floor. You're going to squeeze and lift the belly, really activate the abdominals and lift that right leg off the floor. Looking forwards. Hold 5 breaths. 4, 3, little smile. 2, 1, slowly release the hip down. Over to the other side. So taking the right foot across the left leg. You're now twisting to the left. Plant that left hand into the mat. Reach the outside of the left foot with the right hand. Now if you can't reach, use your strap. So we begin by lifting the left leg off the floor. slightly clammy hands. So imagine these are the 2 points of contact, the foot and the hand, so they need to really be grounded. Now squeeze and activate into the belly, into Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, squeeze, 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 and then push into the heel, the hand, push into the heel of the foot. Lift that left leg off the floor, look forwards. 5 breaths, 5, 4, 3, little smile, 2, 1. Slowly dropping the hip down, release the foot. Well done, everybody. Rolling down onto your backs now. As we take just a little counter pose into our bridge, just to set the spine the other way. Bring those heels in close to the buttocks. Have the legs, feet, hip distance apart. Rolling up, inhale. As you roll up, tuck the shoulder blades towards each other. Open the chest, drive into the heels. If it's available to you, squeeze into your right leg and lift the left leg to the sky. Without twisting into the hips, dropping into the hips, keep those hips level. Bringing that left foot down. Squeeze into the glutes and thighs. Keep those hips level. Lift that right leg up to the sky. Drop it down. Drive the hips a little higher. Tuck the shoulder blades closer. If you can, clasp the hands underneath. Little fingers pushing into the mat. Drive the hips up higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nicely, slowly roll down through the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Pelvis last, tailbone last. Hug the knees in. A little rock and roll if that feels good. And then extend the legs above. We're going to eagle the legs. So you're going to take the left leg across the right, hook that left foot underneath the right calf, bend into the knees, drop the right foot to the ground, arms wide, palms facing up. Take a big breath in. Exhale, start to drop the knees to the right. Look to your left hand. Inhale, center. Bring the legs up. Extend the legs to the sky. Eagle the legs the other way. So now your right leg's on top. Dropping the left foot down. Dropping the knees to the left. Look to your right hand. Work with the exhale. With every exhale, releasing those knees down a little bit closer to the floor. They may not touch. Keep the arms and shoulders glued to the ground, to your mat. Don't let them lift. One deep breath in. Release the legs. Hug the knees in. Little rock and roll. And then extending your right leg to the sky. Let's just do a little hamstring stretch. Use your strap if you need to. Switch sides. Left leg extends to the sky. Hold the big toe, ankle, calf. Use your strap if you need to. Bringing the legs together, hug the knees in. Roll up to seated. The last couple of poses here. Extend the right leg out to the side. Bring your left foot in to your groin towards the right inner thigh. We're going to reach our right hand towards the foot. So you can use your strap for this. So we're reaching to the right. We're going to bring the left arm overhead. Really reach and twist. So really opening the chest to the side. The idea is to stack the arms. The left arm by the left ear. Hold it here for another couple of breaths. Inhale, center. Extend the left leg out to the side. Bring the right foot in towards the inner upper left thigh. Start to reach the left hand to the left foot. Then right arm extends overhead, alongside the right ear, and then reaching towards the other foot, towards the other hand. So the two hands might meet by the foot or not. Keep the chest open to the side. Big breath into center. Release. Extend the legs out front. Coming into Paschimottanasana. Strong squeeze into the thighs, flex into the feet, reach up with the arms. Then reaching forwards as if I'm pulling by your hands. Reach, reach, reach. Keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching. So your belly lands on the thighs first, then the chest, then the head. So reaching wherever you can to the feet, the toes, the ankles, the calves. Use a block, use a strap. A little lift and lengthen, and then forward fold. Work with your breath here. You can always take a block if you have good stretchy hamstrings or long arms to reach beyond your feet. So that's always an option to find a little bit further distance to reach towards. Hold it here for another 2 breaths. Releasing on the exhale. And then nice big breath in. Rolling down onto your backs. Final pose. So, arms wide or alongside the body. Press the shoulders into the mat. Press the triceps into the mat, the elbows, the hands, the palms of the hands. Squeeze into the thighs, really activate the legs. Bring those toes down towards you. And then squeeze into the belly and into Mula Bandha. 5 more breaths. It's actually really quite strong. Just squeezing, push those arms a little bit more into the floor. Squeeze into the glutes now, into the hips. My legs are shaking. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the feet down nice and slowly. Extend the legs. I'm going to do a little chi reset. So take the arms away from the body, palms facing up, and start to flex and point the feet and really relax the body. What you'll notice, relax the head and neck and shoulders, is that by using your feet, your head's going to nod. Let's take another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now tense every muscle in the body, fists with the hands, scrunch the feet, squeeze the shoulders, hunch the shoulders up by the ears, squeeze into the glutes, lift the legs and arms off the floor, squeeze into the belly, scrunch up the face, big breath in, hold the breath, release, let go. Just let go now. Time to take a little relaxation. Your reward at the end of your practice. So keeping the eyes closed now. Reconnect with your breath, but no longer needing to force the breath in any particular pattern. Just observe the breath flowing in and out. Just letting the breath flow gently in
Gently out. Starting to soften the muscles of the face, taking any tension away from the mouth and clenching the jaw. Maybe a little smile on the corners of the lips. So softening and uncreasing all of those spaces around the eyes, softening the brow, the forehead, the skin of the face, the muscles of the face. Just feeling the volume of the tongue rest heavy in the roof of the mouth. And allowing the eyes to rest heavy in their sockets. Making sure you're unclenching the teeth, clenching the jaw. Releasing any tension from the neck and shoulders. Arms, forearms, hands. Chest, upper back, lower back, abdomen, hips and buttocks, thighs and hamstrings, knees, shins and calves, ankles, feet and toes. Just allow the whole body to be soft, resting for a few moments on your mat. Nothing to do, just be here, be now, be present. Just feel the breath come and go. Maybe take this opportunity of stillness to just look at that intention that you set at the beginning of your class. Maybe repeat that to yourself 3 times, softly and gently, to your inner mind's eye. Giving yourself compassion, giving yourself love, giving yourself care. Slowly beginning to stretch the arms overhead, bring the legs together. So really give yourselves a lovely stretch along your mat. Point the fingers, point the toes, maybe stretch left side, right side, and then rolling nice and slowly over onto your right side. Curl yourselves up into a little ball just for a moment. And then when you're ready, coming back to Sukhasana or Padmasana, cross-legged seated position, lotus, half lotus. But keep the eyes closed or the gaze low. So taking your seated position of choice, growing the spine nice and tall, so sitting tall, bringing the chin towards the chest, and then taking the hands into prayer to the heart center. Bowing your head down towards your heart, towards your fingertips. Honor yourself, your practice. The light in me honors the light in you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Thank you for practicing with me this morning. Thank you, everybody. Well done. Hope you all have a lovely day. Well done. Namaste. Thank you. Bye, everybody.